Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy, it's your man, Dirty C, and today I really just wanted to take the time to look back at Overwatch 2, look at where it was when it launched to where it is now, talk about any improvements that may have been made, and really just kind of, decide if it is, in fact, just a better game than where it was, or if there's still a lot of work to be done. So either way, guys, if you like the content, please subscribe, like, comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about this as well. So let's get into it. Overwatch 2 came out a little over 3 months ago. October 4th is when it launched. And let's be frank, it was an absolutely abysmal launch. Okay? I think these days people kind of use Cyberpunk as kind of the litmus test for disastrous launches. And though I won't say that Overwatch 2 was as disastrous as Cyberpunk, just because if you remember, the hype for Cyberpunk was so huge, and CD Projekt Red promised us the moon and stars and didn't deliver. With Overwatch 2, the whole thing that they announced that the campaign was going to be delayed and launched at a later date, all of the lawsuits and sexual harassment stuff that was going on at Blizzard, I think most of us had a sneaking suspicion that the launch of Overwatch 2 was going to be a little bit rocky. Now, as to how rocky it was, I think we all kind of, got slapped in the face pretty hard. So either way, 3 months later, okay, have those things been improved on that made the launch so disastrous? Well, first and foremost, if you remember at launch, people getting stuck in 30,000, 40,000. At one point, I was in a 90,000 person queue. I literally had my PlayStation and TV on all day, from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. Finally got to the front of the queue, and then just got booted to the back of the line. Okay, I made it into the game on launch day for about 30 minutes before it crashed, and I got booted back to the queue. And today, obviously, that's not an issue. I have had no issue getting into the game. In fact, 3 days after launch, I had no issue getting into the game. Queues are as smooth as ever. Okay, I played for about 8 hours yesterday, and the fastest I got into a game was 30 seconds. The longest I had to wait was about 7 minutes. Of course, that depends on the role that you were queuing up for. Obviously, the wait times for support are going to be much smaller than if you're playing DPS characters, but that was the maximum I had, 30 seconds to about 7 minutes. No crazy queues, thank God. So, some of the gameplay changes that Overwatch 2 ultimately made, right? Okay, so we're down from six-man team to a 5-man team, okay? Which personally, if you ask me, I think was the right call. I know there was some skepticism when this was announced, where people really thought that tank characters were going to play a much less insignificant, or a much less significant role. And to be honest, 3 months later, I think the exact opposite is true. I think tanks have kind of turned into the most important and almost de facto leader of the team. Okay? I think when you're making big pushes towards objectives, when you're trying to set up a solid defense, you need someone that knows what they're doing with a tank character in order to do those things effectively. That being said as well, I think support characters have now become more important than ever, because to have an effective tank, you need to have someone who knows what they're doing on support to keep that tank constantly buffed, okay? Constantly, I think of if someone's playing Mercy, it's either you have to have their skills buffed, or you constantly have to have a health buff on your tank to effectively use that tank. To the point where tanks are almost invincible. I have played some games against some very high level Orisa players, and it's almost impossible to take them down if you have a support character that knows what they're doing as well. So that being said, with this 5-man arrangement, 3 months later, it's almost as if DPS characters are now kind of taking a back seat to the overall, like, effective strategical planning of what your team should be doing in Overwatch 2. Now, this makes a lot of sense to me, because if you look, you know, Blizzard is constantly trying to reward extra XP if you queue up as a support character or if you queue up for all roles, just because the queue to be a DPS character is always just significantly longer than tank or support. And I think this 5-man arrangement, putting more importance on support and tank, is really just incentivizing and encouraging players to queue up for those two roles. We can also see that in the fact that the characters that Blizzard has released, Kiriko support, Ramattra tank, and of course we have Sojourn on DPS, yes, but the next character they've announced in Season 4 is also going to be a support character. So you can see that Blizzard is actively trying to push, you know, and encourage people to play support and tank more often by giving the tank kind of the de facto leader position and making good support way more important than it was in the original game, in my opinion. The five-man gameplay as well, I just think it makes it more engaging, it just makes it more fast-paced, and I'm not saying anything new here. I mean, right when it came out, that was kind of the first thing that people said about the 5-man teams, is it just makes things a little more intense. It makes gameplay a little faster, a little, you know, a little more high-octane, if you will. So, moving on, you know, 3 months later, Overwatch 2 has released 3 new characters, 2 basically at launch, and now last month, we just got Ramattra. I have mixed feelings about all of the new heroes, okay? Number one, overall, I think all of their design, the way that they look, and the skins that they have released, all of them look awesome, first and foremost. In my personal opinion, you know, Ramattra is my favorite. I just think he looks the coolest, his voice actor is great. Okay. Oh, I forgot Junker Queen, too. Junker Queen. Another tank character, of course. So, all of these heroes, though, I feel as if are a little, a little broken and a little unbalanced. With Kiriko, like, those crazy headshots that you can hit with her kunai, it goes from her being a standard support, you know, DPS to just, like, you can two headshot people with Kiriko, which I think is just a little much. I think Sojourn is extremely solid, but that railgun does so much damage, especially if you charge it up to 100% and hit the alt fire, bam. Like, it's very rare for me to play just a casual match and not see a DPS character on the other team as Sojourn. And I think it's just simple for me. I think she just does a little too much damage. I think she fires a little too quickly, and I think her traversal as well is just a little too quick. She's just kind of a super DPS character. Junker Queen as well. Her special of just like nailing people and like not allowing them to heal the whole what's the name of her one move, like the Primal Scream, where she gets like a health buff, her knife that does damage over time, her shotgun blast is just crazy strong. Like, she's like, you can see that they're trying to dump more power into these tank characters because they are now more important than ever. Which brings me to my favorite, but the most broken character in Overwatch to this point is Ramattra. He is just completely broken and needs to be nerfed. Now, I love playing as Ramattra, but I will say I am not this good at Overwatch. Yesterday, when I played for about 8 hours or so, I got like 12 plays of the game, which that never happens. It'd be like in an 8-hour session, it would be rare for me to get like 2 plays of the game. But what makes Ramattra so broken is he is just the all-in-one character. His primary staff fire, like, is super long distance, okay? His alt fire of when he goes into, like, rage mode, okay, is effectively just a shotgun that you can just demolish anybody at close range, okay? He has a shield barrier, though not that strong, is still effective in a pinch, and then he has that like vortex attack that is like it's in AoE attack. So he literally has every tool to utilize, and not to mention that his special is infinite and like infinite. If there is, as long as there is an enemy in his area of effect, it does not stop. So if you go into rage mode, you hit his special and you just start shotgunning everybody. If you get an entire team in a small confined space and you hit your special, you can team clear with Ramattra. It's insane. I had one game yesterday where I literally hit 2 team clears. Like me, I cleared out all 5 in one game, twice. That's insane. Like, no character should just be able to do that. And I'm telling you guys, I am not an experienced, like, hardcore Overwatch player. I, filthy casual, should not just be able to team clear twice in one game. I love Ramattra. I think, you know, I think it's cool, like, that they added another monk character that, you know, is connected to Zenyatta. All that. I think his lore is really interesting. He needs to be nerfed. Until people start unlocking him and figuring out how to bring him down, which again, yesterday, I didn't see many people playing Ramattra at all. So, I think he just, I think he needs to be clipped a little bit. I think he needs to be nerfed. He is literally just too good. So, that being said, you know, minor tweaks to these characters. Kiriko, Junker Queen, Sojourn, I think are all like almost there. Just a little tweaking to the DPS that they can provide at certain attacks. I think it's just going to make them that much more fair. Now, these are all extreme nitpicks, for sure. Moving on to the biggest problem with Overwatch 2 is probably the problem that will never be fixed. And you have guessed it, you are totally right. I am talking about the monstrously disgusting monetization system of Overwatch 2. Now, I mentioned that I didn't see many people playing Ramattra yesterday, and that's because, like I said, I play unranked quick play. I'm pretty sure people still have not unlocked him, and in my research, I'm reading that it has taken 30, 40 hours in some cases just to unlock this character. 30 to 40 hours, that's like a full-blown, single-player, story-driven game just to unlock one free character. Or you can pay the $20 to unlock him. I'm not gonna lie, I have no shame. That's what I did. You know, I'm a busy dude. You know, I can't just grind out 40 hours, 30 hours of Overwatch for one character. So, as I was playing yesterday, and I'm thinking like, whoa, like this new character is insane. Why is nobody else playing him? I think it's because a lot of the casual players on unranked quick play still haven't unlocked him a month later. That's just crazy. You know, like I said, I just spent the money, but what's really unfair is there are so many people that play this game, this free-to-play game, that are not in a position to just spend money on a digital character. And that, Blizzard, be better. That is just classist and really unfair. Be better. The Battle Pass. Now, Battle Pass systems, I don't mind paying for a Battle Pass as long as, you know, the Battle Pass is worth it. Like if you think of, you know, Fortnite, or if you think of Apex Legends, within that Battle Pass, you earn money back to eventually be able to afford the next Battle Pass. That is nowhere in Overwatch 2. There are some challenges that you can complete that will give you like 50 Overwatch coins back, or like 30 Overwatch coins, which are useless. I think in the shop, the least expensive thing you can buy is 300 coins, and it's like a weapon charm. The Battle Pass is also just full of just useless junk. The skins, I think this is the second Battle Pass. Now, we've only had 2. This is the second season. But this is the second Battle Pass that we've had a Pharah skin and a mid-Pharah skin. Okay? I'm pretty sure we have also had a Symmetra skin in the last one. I might be wrong on that, but it's just repeated character skins, and skins that aren't even that great are in the Battle Pass. And it's just full of sprays, voice lines, weapon charms, like all of this stuff that is just useless junk still. Now, I get that the appeal of buying the Battle Pass for Season 1 and Season 2 was to be able to unlock these new characters. And hopefully, in Season 3, you know, because they're not coming out with a new character in Season 3, that's coming out in Season 4, they're going to load the Battle Pass with things that people actually care about, like good skins. Like skins that people actually want. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm anticipating that's going to be the case, but my hopes are not high at all, just because of the wildly predatory monetization that we've already seen. That being said, why are my hopes not high? Well, if you go to the shop, you can buy legendary skins for $20 a piece. That's just insane to me. You are literally spending $20 on pixels. And I know some people had problems when they merged their original Overwatch account to Overwatch 2. They lost some of the skins that they spent money on. So that's just insane. And I doubt that they're going to add legendary skins to the Season 3 Battle Pass because they want people to continue spending $20 per skin in the shop. So, guys, really, if we wrap it up here, I think gameplay-wise, Overwatch 2 is phenomenal. I think I really love the 5-man team. It's smoother, it's faster, it provides more importance on tank and support characters, which I think is really awesome, and it incentivizes players to play those two positions instead of constantly just queuing to be a DPS character. But, you know, Blizzard really needs to reevaluate their wildly predatory monetization system with this game, which, in a very bleak reality, they probably will not. But from this point on, except for buying the Battle Pass, and I will probably continue to buy, you know, characters in the future just so I don't have to grind out to unlock them, but I'm not buying skins. I'm not spending $20 in the shop, and I suggest that you don't either. So either way, guys, that was kind of a filthy casuals retrospective of Overwatch then to where it is now. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please, guys, give a like, subscribe, comment down below. I want to hear what you guys think. Like I said, I'm not like a wildly experienced Overwatch guy. I enjoy playing it, you know, in between games that I'm looking forward to. So that's where I'm at. Either way, y'all, it's your boy, it's your man, Dirty C, signing off, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.